What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I have a bionano genomics update for you guys, and it is ticker symbol BNGO. So we recently saw the stock rip up about 400% in the last week and had a massive sell-off yesterday of about 30%. Now, the stock was trading pre-market down around 6 to 8%, and right now it is rallying right back up. So I'm going to go over all of the news surrounding bionano genomics, and make sure you stay to the end of this video because they have an event at the end of next week on January 11th, and that's going to be a very important event, and I'm going to go over it in detail. Now, before we get into all of the other information, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It lets you know when I post a new video so you can stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and maybe even learn about a couple of new ones. Recently, on December 30th, bionano genomics rallied and received a 180-day NASDAQ extension for regaining compliance. So essentially what this means is that they received an additional 180-day compliance period, or until June 28th, 2021, to regain compliance with NASDAQ's minimum $1 closing bid per price per share requirement. This only means that in order to be traded on the NASDAQ, bionano genomics is going to have a share price of above $1. So the company was notified of this non-compliance that occurred in April last week, and the company also said that during the second compliance period, if it does not meet these requirements, it will perform a reverse stock split. Now that is not good for a stock. Basically what it does is if you had a position of 10 shares in this company and they did a 2-for-1 reverse split, you would now only have 5 shares, but the price of your shares would be higher. So they're basically just manipulating the price and the shares in order to maintain their listing status on the NASDAQ. The stock also received a massive bump on Monday, rallying up about 115%. So they essentially soared on Monday after the genome analysis company published a study on autism risk genes. So what they did was they completed a comprehensive analysis of a single genome of a high-functioning individual on the autism spectrum. So now this tests identified novel variants in known autism spectrum disorder risk genes and other genetic variants in the subject, which bionano believes could help improve healthcare outcomes. This is a very interesting study, since if they can help improve the quality of life for people on the autism spectrum and come out with treatments based on the genetic variants, this stock could go absolutely crazy. A lot of people are on the autism spectrum, and a lot of them are high functioning. Now, this study was only about an individual who was high functioning. It'll be interesting to see if they can come out with another study that helps out people that are not as high functioning and have a little bit of a worse outcome when they have the autism disorder. What's really the main important thing about BNGO is that they have a software that no other company has, and especially to the extent that they have it. So bionano's optical genome mapping platform saphyr has been shown to be more effective at finding structural variants than its competitors. It's also significantly more cost effective. Since bionano has a more cost effective product and it's more effective, they are going to be able to gain a much higher market share than its competitors because they have a cheaper product and it's better. So why go with a different company if you could go with bionano? So as this analyst says, saphyr has the potential to change the clinical diagnostic landscape due to in part to its time, labor, and cost efficiencies, which I have just gone over. If we go over to bionano's website, we can see exactly what they call the saphyr and what they designate it as. So the saphyr system automates the imaging of extremely long, high molecular weight DNA in its native state in proprietary nanochannel arrays on the saphyr chip. So I don't claim to be an expert in genomics, but basically what they're doing is they're automating a system that takes a lot of time if it were to be done by hand, and it's going to eliminate the human error in this system by the automation and the advanced technology that it has within it. So BNGO has a very important event coming up next week, and that is going to be the cytogenetics, the next generation cytogenomics symposium featuring leading experts in the study of genomic variants involved in genetic disease. and some other different issues. Now, the presentations cover bionano's saphyr data for discovery research, clinical research, and clinical validation studies. And this right here is going to be the most important part. Each session will end with a Q&A and panel discussion by the speakers. So this is where the share price could react. So when questions are asked of these people on the panel about the saphyr data, if the individuals that are answering the questions provide really strong answers and are very confident in this system, then the share price could see a bump. But if they're kind of on the fence, they're not really showing a lot of conviction, we could see the share price tumble. If you're a BNGO trader or investor, this is going to be a very important period of time, since this is going to have the opportunity to move the share price, and we're going to have to play it accordingly. Now, going back to the stock, we can see how I said before, how it was trading at about 50 cents, a true penny stock, and went all the way up to $7.20 at the high. It could have been a little bit higher in the intraday, but this is what this chart is showing, about 720, and it absolutely crashed about 30% and really had a tough day. That's kind of to be expected when a stock rallies 400% in a given week. A 30% decrease is not such a big deal. As I said in the video I posted last night, I'm waiting to see if BNGO can consolidate or really enter a true trend rather than a FOMO rally that we saw right here. So right now, the stock is up 6%, and it's a huge move right now. It's actually up 7%. So what happened pre-market is that the stock was down a really big amount. A lot of people were selling pre-market, and it was down about between 6 and 9% when I saw it. It went from minus 6 to 8% to all the way up to 8% in the green. So if you're a bionano genomics investor, you're doing pretty well today, especially if you bought that dip. And I think now we could see a run up into the event that I just discussed. So overall, I think BNGO is going to be a pretty great company going into 2021. If we can see some large institutions start to buy into BNGO, maybe an ARK or another company like that, once we see all of the 13Fs come out in the near future, we could see BNGO go all the way up to maybe even $10, $15 if the news is good enough. Now, with all of the other news surrounding it right now, I think BNGO is in a very good position to go on another bullish rally. I'm going to continue waiting for the price action to settle down a little bit, just because it's been extremely volatile over the past couple of weeks, and I think it's really better to be late than wrong on companies like this. Now, I could be wrong. It could go up from here and just continue going up, but I could also be right, and it could also crash back down to the $2, $3 mark. I'm just waiting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see the event next week and see what they bring out then. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.